Hi, welcome to the video. My name's Dychronic, and today I'm taking a look at the Destiny 2 weekly reset for October 4th, 2022. I just looked up and I was like, what's that? Is that the moon? I thought that was the moon. That's not the moon. So there is in fact a special thing going on this week, and it is going to be Double Ordeal Rewards. So if you want to get double drops for the weapon, or Ascended Shards, or Prisms, or Course, or whatever, you're having double drops available. And since we're here, let's go ahead and get started with the Nightfall Ordeal, which is going to be the Glassway. Now, my personal opinion is the Glassway is one of the harder Nightfalls on the harder difficulties, but obviously, if you want to get to 100k, Legend's going to be a good difficulty for that. For the Vanguard Strike Burn, it's going to be Arc Singe. The rotating Crucible playlist is going to be Showdown. And I also noticed that there's a Crucible Labs there. How long has that been there? Actually, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know how long I haven't noticed. For the King's Fall Raid Challenge, it's going to be Gaze Amaze, which is likely going to be the third encounter. That's going to be the one with the big ogre. I'm going to make an assumption that everybody has to do Gaze at least once, but I don't know. As for the rotating raid and dungeon, the dungeon's going to be Prophecy, and the raid is going to be Garden of Salvation. Following that, let's take a look at the Week 7 seasonal challenges, of which there are 7, and one of which I've completed automatically. First one's going to be the 7th Relic to the Helm and defeating powerful Vex through the system. This one is doing the 3 different expedition locations under 10 minutes. Level a season-shaped weapon to level 10 out of 3. Defeating targets with sidearms and jolted combatants. Bonus progress against Ketch, Crash, and Guardians. Defeat targets with machine guns, snipers, swords, and Gambit. Complete Crucible matches to earn glory, and this is a +++. And complete a Nightfall on Grandmaster, which is also +++. Which also likely means that Grandmaster is available this week, which you have to be 1595. I am really behind. Up next, let's take a look at the Eververse store. First up, we have Hit the Bag, which is an emote where you're literally just punching with the punching bag. You got a ship called the Gigantus Carrier, which looks like a Hyperion H. Following that, a Dreaming Shimmer, new to this season, just looks like this. Of course, we have a shader known as Laguna Cruiser, which again looks like this on Titan on the set that I currently have. After that, the other Bright Dust section. First of all, we have the HATCHLING HUDDLE, which I guess you hold a little hatchlings in your, all 3 hatchlings in your arm. That is, I don't want to say it. We have a Metropolis shell, which looks very clean. Well, very simple. We have this SKIFFSCOOTER, which looks like that. Looks like a little eyeball right in the front. Following that, we have the Metropolitan Frigate. I guess we're doing a Metropolis style thing these weeks. We have an ornament for the Doomfang Pauldrons, which I personally prefer the one with the dog things. We have an ornament for the Sleeper Simulant, making it very Siva. I do like that. I think that's a lot of fun. I might even put that in the thumbnail. Just hold that right there. Nicely done. We have a Ghost Projection, thumbs up. We have the Ketch Flight Entrance, which looks like this. Just looks at you and then spawns a dude. Only the Finest. We have the DOMINUS GHAUL effect, which is my favorite. Can't really see all of it, but essentially you do come in as a flaming angel. Is very nice. We have an ornament, the Argent Territorn, which I'm not seeing any red. I don't know where the red is. We have the Shattered Sinew, which is actually not a bad shader, and I would recommend this one. Looks pretty nice on weapons and certain armors. We have the NEOPOP Wave, very visually assaultive if you want that, and of course the Vibrant Medusa, which is very green, and of course there's some black bits to it which accentuate, and white bits that accentuate the greeniness, because the last thing you want when you're green is to have too much green. You want green that makes the other parts make it look more green. You're darn right. After that, let's take a look at the gunsmith's inventory, taking a look at the different roles he has available. And this first weapon here, we have the Burka, which for some reason I've always thought is fun to just say Burka, almost like it's a Crash Bandicoot sound. The Boudica, it's a weapon from the Taken King Destiny 1, has Frenzy and Pugilist, which is actually a pretty good combination. A Appended Mag or Ricochet is pretty good. Chambered for recoil direction doesn't really matter, it seems. And of course, a Stability Masterwork. Would like to see a lot more range options in here. Obviously, again, we have Ricochet rounds, but these two could be more range. Otherwise, it is a precision frame, a pretty good roll. Following that, we have the Nutella, which is going to be a successful warm-up and shoot to loot. Not my favorite. This does come with Headstone, which I much prefer. Following that, Annual Skate with a Time Payload Tunnel Vision, which is pretty good. Although recoil direction at 88, you need to be able to control that, and it has sight perks, not barrel perks, so you usually cannot control that. Following that, we have a Fugue 55, Box Breathing, and 4 times Char, a decent roll for PvE. Not a lot of people like Box Breathing, but it does end up giving you a decent amount of total ammo damage, and of course the rest of it is whatever. Following that, a Palermo B, which is unrelenting and chain reaction, does not have impact casing, does have some reload stuff, but again, this is craftable, so you can get enhanced versions. And finally, the Taipan, which is opening shot, triple tap. Not a bad combination, but you can definitely have better, including firing line, focus fury, definitely a lot better options across the board. And again, just wanted to mention that if you reduce the charge time on weapons like these, you technically decrease the damage per shot. So for PvE stuff, you probably will go with something that does not decrease the charge time, because look, it decreases impact. And of course, I wanted to give a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Specifically, a big thank you to Mom and Dad, Postalones, Unboxer World, Monday, Sudabuckner, Suda Panther, Case Reagan for their support on Patreon. And that's it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. My name's Dychronic. I'll see you guys on the next one.